everybody. I am glad you're here. Let me find us on Facebook. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, is that me? Ah, it is. There we go. Hey, everybody. I am glad. So we're just waiting for Jeanne to show up. And hey, Pamela. Hey, Kimberly. Nice to see you. We're just waiting for Jeanne to show up. And typically, since I've lived with my sister for, or had her in my life for a few decades, she's got so many activities going on. She's got so many adventures she's a part of that sometimes she just sort of slides in right underneath the wire. So I hope you had a nice lunch. I took a nap for 45 minutes. And while I took my nap, I listened to the brainwave entrainment music. So that was good. And then I had some fish tacos for lunch. And that was very good. And that let me be ready for today. Hey, Dory, nice to see you. Typically, we think that we can't do the things that make us feel good until we, have pushed further or suffered more. Hey, Kitty, nice to see you. And what we're starting to learn, or what I hope you're starting to learn, is that the faster you can notice and do something that gets you back on a good path is the best way to do it. All right, I'm gonna give Jeanne a little text. See if she's on her way. Dun, da, da, dun. On your way. Isn't text great? It just makes things a lot more relaxing for everybody sometimes. I mean, if you have good boundaries around it and you put it away and, oh, there she is. See, I told you. All right, let me find this again. Aha, yes. Find this again. There we are. Hello, dear one. Just so you know, we are already streaming. Just so you're aware of that. There you are. Although we can't hear you, you're muted. What? What are you laughing about?
It's a beautiful day, and eventually we'll figure out technology.
Isn't it amazing? I was just talking with, we give more faith in technology than we do in the natural technologies which have been around since the beginning of time. I mean, just we as human beings, we've learned how to use the natural technology that exists. It isn't that we magically came up with technology. We just figured out enough about how the world actually exists that we could utilize it in some way, to have what we want. I was looking at spiders the other day because I think spiders are pretty cool. And they were talking about how when spiders balloon, they used to think it was they'd catch some stray breeze. And now they realize it's because they're catching the magnetic lines around the earth.
I didn't know that.
And so they put their silk out, feeling for the magnetic and the ley lines and the magnetic lines around the earth, positioning themselves, where's the line? And then that helps launch them, that whole energy behind it. And then a breeze can help as well. But they're light enough and designed well enough that many times they use the magnetics around the earth to balloon when they're little baby spiders.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy cool?
That is crazy cool.
I know. And we get mad when our iPhone doesn't work because we don't understand how it works. But then we poo-poo, all of the natural technologies that we have, like the magnetic lines around the earth, like the fields of information that we all have around us. So we've got a good crowd today.
Yay!
I think
can
it's wonderful.
see you. That's it. I don't think. Yep, I can just see.
Yeah, in order to see what everybody's saying and see everybody else, you have to go to the Facebook page
Oh,
and then
yeah,
click
that's not
on
gonna.
this live. Right. Yeah.
Not you got it
I've
set.
got Zoom on my computer. Yep, I've got Zoom on my computer, and then I've got the Facebook page on my phone dialed up so I can watch the video and see everybody's comments with my phone kind of propped up. So
That's
it's
awesome. Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah, I don't have the
yes.
bandwidth to be able to do both. So I want to be able to see you and talk to you. So and it will get out to the rest of the people.
It'll get out to the rest of the people. They always do. So today I was hoping, because people have a lot of stuff around relationships, and family was a triggery day for a lot of people yesterday, including me. And so that was on Friday. And so relationships usually stem from, our family relationships. In many ways, they can repeat those. And so this has been, I'm sure a thoughtful day. We've had a lot of women involved in here about how to make their relationships better. And one of the things I love about energy work and body mind work is that you don't have to go into the story.
Nope.
You don't have to even know what it's about. You just know that you don't have as much tension around something. You just notice that it's easier, or you get less triggered by something. You don't necessarily end up you don't have to know what the story is. In fact, most of the time I don't want to know the story, just because it was like a random story. Like maybe I watched a movie at the wrong time when I was tired and I didn't understand it and it frightened me. I don't have to relive, or speak about all the different things that have happened. We can just say, we're safe, you can relax, you can heal yourself, without spending a lot of time reliving anything. So I hand it over to you.
Okay. Well, I see that you have me for an energy session, which is cool. I love doing work. We're going to start the energy session, and throughout this session, we're going to start with an Amakua key symbol. For the most part, you just need to sit back and relax, and we're going to make the goal today around one relationship that you would like to be better. Now, it could be with your significant other. It could be with your family of origin. It could be with a coworker. It could be with a boss. It could be with a spouse or a child, or, and it doesn't actually necessarily have to be a person. If you want a better relationship with your job, if you want a better relationship with yourself, if you want a better
nice. Have you been doing story time again?
Guilty.
Yeah, I thought so. Janae's a librarian, and so since the kids haven't been in school, she's been doing things like story time over Zoom and over technology, and I'm sure you've had a lot of fun with that.
Oh my gosh, yes. Or so let's pick each individual person.
Someone wants to know if it can be with a future partner.
Yes. Okay. So we're wrapping this whole idea. If you're on now or if you're watching later, we're going to put into this container everybody's individual relationship, whether it's with a person, yourself, future, past, technology. What do you want a better relationship with? And we're going to start out with an Amakua key symbol. Amakua key is an energy-based medicine like Reiki. So it's about sending light and love. But this particular symbol is all about healing a relationship. So between you and your object, your object or person that you want to improve.
Ooh, can you spell that, or either that, or later on go back beneath the video and put it in the chat in the comments?
Yes, I will go ahead and put that in the, I will go ahead and put
Great,
that in.
because someone wanted to know that.
Yes, I will be more than happy to. Okay. So yeah, we're going to wrap this whole thing in this, I'm going to imagine it like a bubble, and I'm going to keep feeding the bubble this Amakuaki symbol, this symbol for improved relationships. And then I'm going to jump to another one of my modalities called body talk. And body talk uses yes, no's, and I go down, I follow a chart. Here's my little chart that I'm following, and using kinesthetic feedback for the group, I am coming up with things that need to be released, things that need to be integrated. So all of us, our body, mind, spirit, all the parts can talk to one another effectively and efficiently. Because according to body talk,
what do you mean by kinesthetic feedback?
Muscle testing, if those of you who know it, I pay attention to, I use my intuitive muscle to pay attention to where are we going on this flow chart.
Okay.
So I'm asking yes, no questions, basically.
Okay, and you're using because you have a highly attuned felt sense for the people that, are here, that we're all connected with, because you have a highly attuned felt sense. It gives you really great intuition, and your intuition helps guide you as to what needs to be done. And the result you'll find are, people will find different physical changes in their body, different thoughts in their mind, just shifts on lots of different levels. You don't even need to know why or how.
Definitely. Body talk's premise is when we are under stress, different parts of our body and our brain stop communicating. So if we can reestablish that communication, reestablish that flow, we can heal ourselves.
Yes.
And so this pertains to formulas where we go through and we say, okay, we're connecting this part to this part. So for the most part, you're just going to relax. But near the end, I'm going to ask you to do tapping with me, and I'll walk you through the tapping.
Okay? Is this kind of work that you're doing draining for you?
No, because I'm not using my energy. I'm using universal energy.
So it's not like coming out of your physical body. It's not like you're physically working yourself hard.
Correct. So the goal is to stay in the flow, right?
Yep. And we're kind of like traffic. I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like, what we are all as individuals is we're in this flow like a river, and we can kind of direct what's in the river towards the things or towards where we want to go. We don't just have to be tossed around by the river or force our way through. It's more like we can direct the resources that are around us to take us where we want to go. And so when we're doing healing work and energy work, we're directing the resources around us in order to heal the group, in order to send energy in different places, to connect in different ways. It's not coming from us. What we're doing, I'm not telling you, I'm telling them. It's not coming from us. Right. You're like, wait, what are you trying to explain to me? I thought I understood all this. Yeah, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. It's, and then getting you to validate me, because if nothing else, you're my sister and you love me and you don't want me to look bad on camera. So what we do is there's resources everywhere. The river is everywhere around us. And so we're looking for ways to kind of channel the resources in the direction we want to go. It's not that we're creating something out of nothing. It's we're taking the resources and directing them in certain places. At least when I do energy work, or when I get anything in my life, I'm not striving to get something. I'm saying, oh, how can I use this over here and that over there to help me get where I want to go? It's more like taking advantage of the opportunities which are sincerely around you. Does that make sense?
Definitely the taking care of, yes. Seeing what's available and using what's available to help you be your highest. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there isn't a scarcity. It's the resources are here. We just have to learn how to use them to move us in the direction we want to move in.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So our first one, we're going to a belief system that has knocked us off our path. And it may be the belief system that this relationship is poor. Okay. Let us open up to the possibility that, you know, you don't want to go into something with a mindset that says it has been poor, it is poor, it will always be poor. Let us go into this relationship into say, I wonder how it can get better. That possibilities. So we're going to open up that possibilities. And then we're going to connect with an organ. And we're going to connect with the gallbladder. Now, the gallbladder has to do with clear decision making. Clear decision making. So we're asking for clear decision making on things I can do that I have control over, that can make this relationship better. We're going to link that to a chakra, to the blah, 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 solar plexus chakra. And our solar plexus is really our self, our drive, our what do we, yeah.
So a couple people want to know what happens if you don't have a gallbladder.
You still have the energy. You don't necessarily have to have the physical thing anymore. We are working on an energetic level. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping you would do that.
There was a study that I ran across probably about 10, 15 years ago about how they had been growing something in a petri dish, and then they completely sterilized it and sterilized the water that was in there and triple sterilized it and put it back in. And what they found was that the energetic, the pattern of what was growing in there would grow back if given, you know, the right environment in which to grow. So, you know, we can think things are completely gone and removed and sterilized and no evidence of them anywhere, but there's still a blueprint of them that's kind of that's in your body, whether the actual organ is there or not.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. Okay, where are we going next? We're going to go actually to body chemistry. So this is the chemistry in our body. Let's get a little bit more specific when we're talking about body chemistry, because there's lots of things that can be affected by body chemistry.
Have we started the healing yet?
Yeah.
Oh, so, I didn't know that.
So yeah, I'm making the links. Yes, we're building the formula.
Okay, so all we need to do is I can eat my little snacks and I can mute myself, and we can just let you do what you're doing and just be mellow, entertain yourselves, because this is happening regardless. Okay, I'm muting myself. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I love you. Okay, so body chemistry can work on a variety of different avenues. And we're going to focus on the avenue of toxins. At some point in time, we had toxins that were injected. And for each person, it's different. It might have been like a physical injection, like a shot. It might have been like a sting from an insect or a wasp or a bee. But it is some kind of injected toxin that has sort of flipped the switch. that is making some things not work very well. Do we need a more? Nope, we don't need a more specific location. So something has been injected to us. Like I say, it might have been a vaccine, whether it was or a shot. I mean, I had allergy shots growing up, but
Yeah,
you don't
just be mindful. There, we do have people who are on both sides of
right,
that issue.
right.
Okay,
And at some point in time, and it might, for you, it might not even be that. It might be an insect sting. But we know that vaccines not only carry, they have additives to them, right? It's not just a pure substance. It is a mixture of substances. So it's something something that has been injected. And like I say, it's different for everybody, that has made you, that has inhibited you. And we're going to remove the inhibition. Okay. It's that. Nope. We need a little bit more. We're also going to go to the communicators. So communicators are they hormones? They are, some of them are hormones. They're from our endocrine. We're going to be working with the ones in our endocrine system, particularly cortisol. We have had too much cortisol, and we're just going to take it, down. When we have too much cortisol, our blood sugar goes up. It is anti-inflammatory. So like most things, it's not all good, it's not all bad, there's gray in the middle. It suppresses insulin. It affects the immune system, bone growth, and fertility. But cortisol is directly related to that stress. When we are under stress, it floods our body, and it takes a while for it to get out. And so it seems like if this is like a normal level, it seems like we've been operating on this level. And so let's bring that stress in a more balanced area. Use it when we need it, be able to let go of it when it's served its purpose. You probably noticed that I do a lot of yawning. And yawning is my way of just that I'm releasing for the group. So if you see a lot of mouth movements, that's what that is all about.
Doreen says she has MS and so have so many new toxins in her body. So she really appreciates this.
Yeah, whatever we can do to help bring down some of the toxins, that would be, yeah, let's do that. And then we're going to offer our liver some support, because we've got fat soluble toxins and we have water soluble toxins. Now, toxins only have a couple of different ways of getting out of the body, right? They exit via liquids, so your sweat, your urine, your tears. The exit through the solids, your poop. And so we're going to just tune up those pathways, those 4 pathways. No.
So that's what you're doing right now, tuning up those 4 pathways?
That is part of this whole formula. So what we do is we like link all the things, these things together, and then we tap out. And then we link all the things together, and then we tap it in.
Oh, okay. So it's like clearing lots of things at once. I understand. You're getting the things that need to be cleared so that they can be cleared all at once. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. A little bit more on the liver. Fat soluble have 10. So there's the exit, right? How do we eventually get the toxins out of our body. There's, you know, the elimination portion of it. But before it gets there, fat soluble toxins have to go through a process. They actually, as they're trying to get out their door, their specific pathway, each toxin there's 10 doors, and each door has a specific key. Remember those little toys that you give babies that the triangle goes in the triangle, and then they put the octagon in the octagon spot? It's sort of like that. You have to have your correct shape key in order for the body to release it. So we're going to be working on one of those doors. And that door is pretty closed. And so like nothing can really get through. So we're going to open up the door so those square shaped toxins have a path to get out. Because if this door is closed, they can't go through any other door. They're stuck in there. So if we can open the door, then all the toxins that are square shaped will be able to then process and be removed. And we're going to need some we're going to work on an epigenetic level for this. Oh, I'm so excited. I love epigenetic work. It's something that we have inherited from our mother's side. So somewhere along the line in your family tree, you've inherited something from your mother's side. For some of it's 2 generations back, Grandma. It's between 2 and 5 generations back on our mother's side.
Oh, for you and me?
For everybody.
Oh, okay. What's ours? Do you know?
3, great-grandma.
Interesting.
So grandma's specifically for you and I, grandma's dad.
Okay. Okay. So Kimberly wants to know if she's supposed to be visualizing, because she's like, because this is above my pay grade, which I totally get. I'm just eating snacks, Kimberly.
Yeah. Eat snacks. It sounds like you're starting to say, oh my gosh, what do I have to do? So you can do the havening, do whatever.
If you get anxious, if you get anxious or worried about what's happening, just clear it.
Yeah, just clear it. This one is another really, really good one. Just you don't have to do anything right now. So we're just
being healed. It's as easy as that. Janae's doing all the work.
We're gathering all the information, and then I will have you in a few minutes. I will have you tap with me, and I will walk you through the tapping process. But right now, you're taking care of yourself. If that means lying on the floor, go for it. If that means eating snacks, awesome. If that means, ooh, I'm feeling bleh, do your havening. Do whatever, do whatever tools you've got in your baskets to be as just relaxed and chilled out as possible. Okay. So somewhere in our ancestry, on our mother's side, between our 2 generations back, so between your grandmother, it is everybody's grandmother's lineage, but everybody's got a specific one that's been passed down. And this is a body chemistry, and we don't affecting our methyl DNA, and we're gonna in our liver, and we've got to return it up. And we're going to, I don't want to say fix this. I want to say we're going to reestablish the best functioning through organizing and optimizing the liver, with we're going to add a Chinese medicine point in there as well. So we're going to, when it comes time to tap out, we're going to add a Chinese medicine point, and I will, an acupuncture, we're not doing puncture, acupressure point. I will, yep, and it's right below the belly button. Ooh, in our dantian. That's awesome. Our dantian is our place of power, our place of connection, our root. Physically, it's, I don't know if you ever did this. When I was a little girl, I loved going on like this one bar where you could flip yourself over. And I loved trying to see where I could balance. It's actually our balance center. So it's not only a physical balance center, but it's a spiritual balance center as well. I'm sorry, energetic balance center. Cool. Anything else? Any other links? Any other information? No. Okay. It's time to tap in. Here's what I need you to do.
Okay.
I need people to put one hand right below their belly button in that center of power.
Okay. Does it have to be right on the skin, or can it be through the clothes?
It can be through the clothes. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like your thumb is resting on your belly button and the rest of your closed hand is just right below that.
Okay. So resting your hand right below my belly button with my thumb in my belly button.
Exactly. And we're just going to take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to take our other hand and we're going to tap. We're going to tap our head. We're going to make sure we have a nice wide hand so we get both the right side and the left side of our brains. And we're going to tap. There are so many acupuncture points in the brain that we are activating to help us with this whole puzzle piece. Good. Now we're going to take that same hand and we're going to tap up and down the breastbone, right in the center. Right where your ribs connect in the center. Gentle tapping. Still breathing. Excellent. And we're going to now go ahead and tap all over our tummy area. We can tap on top of the hand that's laying there, all over our belly. And again, take some nice, deep breaths. This will help get our elimination systems going to help us remove that toxin. It will help build up that liver. Reestablish that liver connection so that doorway is open to release those toxins. Nice. We can stop tapping. Okay. Before we go any further, I'd like everybody to go ahead and reflect on there's another puzzle to go through, another destination, you know, gathering all the puzzle pieces to find. And before we do that, I just want you to evaluate where you are on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being that relationship is awesome. I'm ready to make changes. This is going to be great. 1 being, oh my gosh, I'm struggling so much with this relationship. So before we go any further, I just want us to take a take sort of a temperature of where we are at when you think about that relationship that you identified at the beginning of the balance. Okay, just curious for you, Rita, where are you at?
Oh, a 6.
Awesome. I see that we're gonna do like one more puzzle piece, tap that in, and we'll see if we get closer to our goal then. Okay. I just wanted to have some type of,
Okay.
of measurement. Things that you might be feeling as this starts to work through. You might be yawning. You might feel fluttering in different places. You might all of a sudden be thirsty. You might suddenly change temperature. All of a sudden there was like, okay, I've got my little heater on me. I don't need my sweater on anymore.
And people are at 1 and 2 right now.
Okay. Okay, so let's see if we can continue moving you closer to your goal of, oh, this is wonderful. 10, remember 10 is that we have such a great relationship. Like you and I have a really great relationship. Moving it toward the best it can be.
Even if people are no longer together too. I mean, this can be, it's about the energetic connection, not that people stay or people go, but, and not that everybody's, loves each other to the end of the moon, but that you can see the value with whatever it looks like, whatever way you choose to have it look like.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. Okay. Okay, we're going to a body part now. Is it the same for everybody? No. So I want you to scan your body and notice where there is tension. Pick 3 places where there is tension and give each place sort of a rating. Let's give it like an A. Let's give it like a grade in school. Like, hey, I've got a lot of tension in my eyes right now, so they're going to get a D. Something's coming up in my throat for me. And that's only at a C, so it could be better. And then my 3rd place is my gut. So you guys go ahead and choose your 3 places and give them like a letter grade in school. And so those 3 places, I am for wherever they are in you, I'm turning up, sending the energy. So not only am I sending the relationship symbol.
Somebody says they've got a headache, a major headache coming on.
Okay.
And then someone else, their gut, their head, and their back.
Okay.
And shoulders and their hips.
Yep. So for each, I'm going back to the Amakua key, and I am sending clearing energy. So we're just going to work on an energetic level for a little bit. Seeing lots of gunk. I'm going to start with the first one, whatever one is your worst. Wow, this feels like a tar pit. And I know we're not supposed to have tar pits in our body. So let's see if we can organize and optimize that area. Get the blood flowing in that area. Get the energy flowing in that area. Get nerves working well, not over or understimulated. I'm going to keep sending that positive, that light, that love. We're going to send some Chinese medicine concepts to it as well, to really balance out the blood, the damp, and the phlegm. And the chi, the energy, the life force that goes to that area. We're just going to flood it. Okay. That's looking, the first one's looking a lot better. Let's move on to that second body area and focus in that. You take some nice deep breaths. Sometimes when things start coming our way, we start to protect ourselves. And the first thing, one of the ways that we do that is by holding our breath or starting to breathe really shallowly. So if we can consciously take some breaths. While the first one was sticky and felt like tar, this one feels like wet sand, how it's just heavy and weighing us down. So we're scooping out the old and refilling it with love, light, compassion, breath, chi, ease, joy, excitement, and peace. Okay. I'm going to move on to the third body part. Go ahead and put your hand or your mental focus on your third body part. This one feels like a web, like we need to wind up the web and pull that yarn out. That And while we're replacing this sticky yarn web that's got its fingers all over the place, we're replacing it with acceptance, love, light, laughter, music, joy, love. Send a little bit more energy to that. And it's time to tap in again. So go ahead and scan through those 3 places again and put your hands wherever, choose 2 out of the 3 to put your hands. And let's go ahead and tap again. I'll start by tapping the head. Make sure your hands are nice and wide so you can tap both hemispheres all over the head. Really intending for everything in the brain to be reconnected using all of the acupressure points in our brain to support this energy healing that we just did some clearing on. Some more nice deep breaths. And let's tap our heart center up and down that sternum. Can be directly on the sternum, a little bit off to the right, a little bit off to the left. Again, we've got lots of great acupressure points that we can activate. We activate our feelings towards our feeling center, our emotional center. Activating our breathing centers to breathe in new life, new joy, new energy to these areas of stuckness, previous stuckness. And finally, let's tap the gut. The focus of breathing, bringing in and optimizing our digestive system to help us releasing these things that no longer serve us, regaining our power, regaining our optimism, regaining our peace, releasing the excess stress, so we can have appropriate stress responses. Releasing anything else that is not in our highest good at this time.
And we've got about 5 or 6 more minutes, just so you know.
Yep. We are wrapping up. Now this balance is going to run for a while. Let's go ahead and let's check in. First of all, let's check in on those 3 specific spots of tension that each of us had in our body. And we'd given them a grade as we had in school. and notice if there is any change. So mine, which had been a CDF, are all Bs right now. They'll continue to change throughout the day. And let's go ahead and think about that relationship that we really wanted to change. We had given it we were rating it on a 1 through 10 scale, with 1 being horrible and 10 being amazing. Let's notice what number we would give it now.
I'm at a 9.
Nice. To support yourself throughout the rest of the day, be gentle with yourself. If you find yourself becoming anxious, go ahead and do the havening. Do this. If you want to continue, if you feel like it would help you, go ahead and do the tapping on all 3 brains, your head brain, heart brain, gut brain. At least 1 more time today will help really flush everything else out.
And then will you take a few minutes today and go back and look at the comments and get back to people? That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jeanne.
You're
And
welcome.
thanks everybody for being here. I'm going to pause the live stream so that we can get set up for Kimberly, who's already in the waiting room and who just texted me. So we'll check in with her, and I'll see everybody in a few minutes. Thanks, Jeanne.
You're welcome. Have a blessed day, guys.